Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today we will read from where we have left. I hope you are very healthy and consistent. So let's begin reading Radio Taiso. This morning warm up has been around since before World War II. The radio part of its name is from when the instructions for each exercise were transmitted over the radio. But today, people usually do this movement while tuned to a television channel or internet video demonstrating the steps. One of the main purposes of doing Radio Taiso is to promote a spirit of unity among participants. The exercises are always done in groups, usually in school before the start of classes and in businesses before the workday begins. Statistics show that 30% of Japanese practice radio taiso for a few minutes every morning. But radio taiso is one thing that almost everyone we interviewed in Okimi had in common. Even the residents of the nursing home we visited dedicated at least 5 minutes every day to it. Though some did the exercises from their wheelchairs, we joined them on their daily practice and we felt refreshed for the rest of the day. When these exercises are done in a group, it is usually on a sports field or in a large reception hall and typically involves some kind of loudspeaker. The exercises take 5 or 10 minutes, depending on whether you do all or only some of them. They focus on dynamic stretching and increasing joint mobility. One of the most iconic radio taiso exercises consists of simply raising your arms above your head and then bringing them down in a circular motion. It is a tool to wake up the body, an easy mobility workout that is low in intensity and that focuses on exercising as many joints as possible. It might seem basic, but in our modern lives, we can spend days without raising our arms above our ears. Think about it. Our arms are down when using computers, when using smartphones, when reading books. One of the few times we raise our hands over our heads is when reaching for something in a cupboard or closet, while our ancestors were raising their hands over their heads all the time when gathering things from trees. Radio Taiso helped us to practice all the basic movements of the body. Basic version of the Radio Taiso exercises 5 minutes. Yoga. Popular in Japan as well as in the West, yoga can be done by almost anyone. Some of its poses have been adapted for pregnant women and practitioners with physical disabilities. Yoga comes from India, where it was developed millennia ago to unite our mental and physical elements. The word yoga itself comes from the Sanskrit term for yoke, which refers to the cross piece that binds draft animals to one another and to the cart they are pulling. Yoga strives to unite body and mind in the same way, guiding us toward a healthy lifestyle in harmony with the world around us. The main objectives of yoga are to bring us closer to our human nature, mental and physical purification, to bring us closer to the divine. Styles of yoga. Though all are oriented towards similar goals, there are many different types of yoga that vary according to the traditions and texts from which they were developed. The differences among them lie, as the Master says, in the path taken to the summit of our best self. Jnana Yoga, the yoga of wisdom, the search for discipline and mental growth. Karma Yoga focuses on action, on tasks and duties that benefits oneself and one's community. Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion and surrender to the divine. Mantra Yoga focuses on the recitation of mantras to reach a state of relaxation. Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga combines diverse steps to reach the desired mental state. Raja Yoga, also known as the royal path, encompasses a range of steps geared toward achieving communion with oneself and others. Hatha Yoga, the most widespread form in the West and Japan, characterized by asanas or poses combined in a quest for balance. How to do a sun salutation. The sun salutation is one of the most iconic exercises in Hatha Yoga. To do it, you simply have to follow these 12 basic movements. First, with your feet together, stand up straight but keep your muscles relaxed. Exhale. Second, place the palm of your hands together in front of your chest. From this position, inhale as you raise your arms above your head and bend backward slightly. Third, exhale as you bend forward until you touch the ground with the palms of your hands without bending your knees. Fourth, stretch one leg back to touch the floor with the tips of your toes. Inhale. Fifth, bring the other leg back, keeping your legs and arms straight as you hold your breath. Sixth, as you exhale, bend your arms and bring your chest to the ground and then forward, resting your knees on the ground. Seventh, straighten your arms and bend your spine back, keeping the lower half of your body on the ground. Inhale. 8. With your hands and feet on the ground, lift your hips until your arms and legs are straight and your body forms an upside down V. Exhale throughout the movement. Ninth, bring forward the same leg you'd started stretched back earlier and bend it so that your knee and foot are aligned under your head and between your hands. Inhale. 10th, exhale as you bring your back foot forward and straighten your legs, keeping your hands on the ground as in posture 3. 11th, bring your arms above your head with your palms together and bend backward slightly as you did in posture 2 while you inhale. 12th, lower your arms to their initial position in mountain pose while you exhale. You have just greeted the sun. Now you are ready to have a fantastic day. So these are the 12 poses of Surya Namaskar we were discussing above. Tai Chi, also known as Tai Chi Chuan or Tai Chi Kuan. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art that can be traced back hundreds of years to Buddhism and Confucianism. It is very popular in Japan too. According to Chinese tradition, it was created by the Taoist master and martial arts practitioner Zhang Sanfang, though it was Yang Luchan who in the 19th century brought the form to the rest of the world. Tai Chi was originally a Negia or internal martial arts, meaning its goal was personal growth. Focused on self defense, it teaches those who practice it to defeat their adversaries by using the least amount of force possible and by relying on agility. Tai Chi which was also seen as a means of healing body and mind, would go on to be used more frequently to foster health and inner peace. To encourage its citizens to be more active, the Chinese government promoted it as an exercise and it lost its original connection to martial arts, becoming instead a source of health and well being accessible to all. Styles of Tai Chi. There are different schools and styles of Tai Chi. The following are the best known. Shen style alternates between slow movements and explosive ones. Yang style, the most widespread of the forms, characterized by slow, fluid movements. Wu style utilizes small, slow, deliberate movements. How style centered on internal movements with almost microscopic external movement, one of the least practiced forms of Tai Chi even in China. Despite their differences, these styles all have the same objective. First, to control movements through stillness. Second, to overcome force through fineness. Third, to move second and arrive first. Fourth, to know yourself and your opponent. The 10 basic principles of Tai Chi. According to the master Yang Shangfu, the correct practice of Tai Chi follows 10 basic principles. First, elevate the crown of your head and focus all your energy there. Second, tighten your chest and expand your back to lighten your lower body. Third, relax your waist and let it guide your body. Fourth, learn to differentiate between heaviness and lightness, knowing how your weight is distributed. Fifth, relax the shoulders to allow free movements of the arms and promote the flow of energy. Sixth, value the agility of the mind over the strength of the body. Seventh, unify the upper and lower body so they act in concert. 8. Unify the internal and external to synchronize mind, body, and breath. Ninth, do not break the flow of your movement. Maintain fluidity and harmony. 10. Look for stillness in movement. An active body leads to a calm mind. Imitating clouds. One of the best known movements in Tai Chi consists of the following: the form of clouds in an exercise called wave hands like clouds. Here are the steps. First, extend your arms in front of you with your palms down. Second, turn your palms to face in as though you were hugging a tree trunk. Third, open your arms out to the side. Fourth, bring the left arm up and center and the right arm down and center. Fifth, trace the shape of a ball in front of your body. Sixth, turn your left palm toward your face. Seventh, shift your weight to your left foot and pivot from your hip toward that side while your eyes follow the movement of your hand. 8. Bring your left hand to your waist and your right hand in front of your face. 9. Shift your weight to your right foot. 10th. Pivot toward your right, looking at your raised right hand at the entire time. 11th. Repeat this movement fluidly, shifting your weight from one foot to the other as you reposition your hands. 12th, stretch your arms out in front of you again and bring them down slowly, returning to your initial position. So, these are the basic principles or ways in which we do Tai Chi. You can take a screenshot as well. Qigong, also known as Qigong, its name combines Qi life force or energy, and Gong, work, indicating that the form works with the individual's life force. Though relatively modern, especially under its current name, the art of Qigong is based on the Tao Yin, an ancient art meant to foster mental and physical well being. The practice began to appear in reports on training and martial arts at the beginning of the 20th century, and by the 1930s was being used in hospitals. The Chinese government later popularized it as it had done with Tai Chi. Qigong involves static and dynamic physical exercises that stimulate respiration in a standing, seated, or reclined position. There are many different styles of Qigong, but all of them seek to strengthen and regenerate Qi. Though its movements are typically gentle, the practice is intense. Benefits of Qigong. According to numerous international scientific studies, Qigong, like Tai Chi and yoga, offers significant health benefits. The following stand out among those proven through scientific research as observed by Dr. Kenneth M. Sancier of San Francisco's Qigong Institute in his article Medical Applications of Qigong. Modification of brain waves, improved balance of sex hormones, lower mortality rate from heart attacks, lower blood pressure in patients with hypertension, greater bone density, better circulation, deceleration of symptoms associated with senility, greater balance and efficiency of bodily functions, increased blood flow to the brain and greater mind body connection, improved cardiac function, reduction in the secondary effects of cancer treatments. Practicing these arts not only keep us in shape, it also helps extend our lives. Methods for practicing Qigong. In order to practice Qigong correctly, we should remember that our life energy flows through our whole body. We should know how to regulate its many parts. First, Tiao Shen, regulating the body. By adopting the correct posture, it is important to be firmly rooted to the ground. Second, Tiao Shai, regulating the breath until it is calm, steady, and peaceful. Third, Tiao Hassan, regulating the mind, the most complicated part, as it implies emptying the mind of thoughts. Fourth, Tiao Chi, regulating the life force, though the regulation of the three prior elements so that it flows naturally. Fifth, Tiao Shen, regulating the spirit. The spirit is both strength and root in battle, as Yang Ming explains in the essence of Taiji Qigong. In this way, the whole organism will be prepared to work together toward a single goal. The five elements of Qigong. One of the Qigong's best known exercises is a series representing the five elements earth, water, wood, metal, and fire. This series of movements seek to balance the five currents of energy in order to improve brain and organ function. There are several ways to do these movements. In this case, we are following the model of Professor Maria Isabel García, Montreal, from the Qigong Institute in Barcelona. Earth. First, stand with your legs apart and your feet directly below your shoulders. Second, turn your feet outward slightly to strengthen the posture. Third, keep your shoulders relaxed and down with your arms loose at your sides, slightly away from your body. This is the Wu Ki or rooted posture. Fourth, as you inhale, raise your arms in front of you until your hands are level with your shoulders, your palms facing down. Fifth, as you exhale, as you bend your knees and bring your arms down until your hands are level with your stomach, your palms facing in. 6. Hold this position for a few seconds, focusing on your breath. Water. First, starting from earth posture, bend your knees into a squat, keeping your chest upright and exhaling throughout. Second, press your coccyx downward to stretch your lumbar spine. Third, as you inhale, stand to return to earth posture. Fourth, repeat twice for a total of 3. Good. Starting from earth posture, turn your palms upward and open your arms to the side, forming a circle as you inhale until your hands are level with your clavicle. Turn your hands so that your palms and elbows point downward while keeping your shoulders relaxed. Second, reverse the movement as you exhale, making a downward circle with your arms until you reach your initial position. Third, repeat twice for a total of 3. Metal. Starting from earth posture, raise your arms until your hands are level with your sternum. Second, turn your palms toward each other about 4 inches apart with your fingers relaxed and slightly separated, pointing upward. Third, as you inhale, move your hands away from each other until they are shoulder width apart. Fourth, as you exhale, bring your hands toward each other until they are back in position 2. Fifth, repeat twice for a total of 3, observing the concentration of energy as you bring your hands together in front of your lungs. Fire. For starting from your earth posture, bring your hands level with your heart as you inhale, with one hand slightly above the other and your palms facing each other. Second, rotate your hands to feel the energy of your heart. Third, turn from your waist gently to the left, keeping your torso relaxed and your forearms parallel to the ground. Fourth, with your palms still facing each other, separate your hands, bringing one up until it is level with your shoulder and the other down in front of your abdomen. Fifth, turn from your waist gently to the right, keeping your torso relaxed and your forearms parallel to the ground. Sixth, as you exhale, let your hands come back together in front of your heart. 7. With your palms still facing each other, separate your hands, bringing one up until it is level with your shoulder and the other down in front of your abdomen. Completing the series. First, starting from earth posture, inhale as you bring your hands level with your shoulders, palm facing down. Second, as you exhale, lower your arms to rest at your sides, returning to the initial Wu Ki posture, Shiatsu. With this, we will stop here and we will continue with Shiatsu in our next video. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did and you learned something great today. So please stay tuned for the next part of this chapter. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you, everyone.